Islam believes in the same God as Jews and Christians, but I want to know if there are differences in how they think about the divine. Historian of Islam, Ahmed Ragab, has brought me to the Al Hussein Mosque. And you can just come in here just like a Catholic church. So
Yeah.
It's always open to prayer.
Yeah.
If you want to come in here and
You
just
can.
hang out with yourself and Allah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just in time to hear what Muslims believe is one of the most beautiful sounds in the world, the call to prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
For the faithful, the song of the muezzin is a manifestation of God Himself.
So that's the end of the prayer, is by saying Assalamu alaikum, much like you end an encounter with anybody. And it is because the prayer is essentially a meeting with God.
Like, hey, you know, see you later, nice talking to you.
Exactly. See you the next time.
Prayer to Allah seems like a conversation with a person. But how do you speak to a person who has no human form? Imam Al-Amir Mahfouz. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Welcome.
In the Christian religion, God is so manifested, but there is no such thing in Islam. So who am I talking to? Do I envision anything?
You cannot imagine God. God is beyond imagination. Whatever you would imagine with our human minds, God would be different from it.
One of the most haunting and beautiful sounds in the world is the Muslim call to prayer. What was the origin of that?
It is said that one of Muhammad's companions had a vision while he was asleep, where he heard this call for prayer. And then when he woke up, he went to Muhammad and told him about it. And he's made it into this ritual of using it to call for prayers every day, 5 times every day.
The muezzin, how is he chosen? Do you hold auditions?
Auditions where they would listen to people, and the one who has the best voice would be given the position.
Allahu Akbar. How about that?
بيعمل اختبار. To work on that.
I have to work on that, okay. I get it. Mosques are designed to be filled with beautiful sounds and images that delight the senses.
Morgan Freeman embarks on a global journey to explore humanity's understanding of God across different religions and cultures. He begins by reflecting on how people experience the divine, questioning whether all religions share a universal concept of God or if beliefs are fundamentally different. A conversation on God. Freeman sits down with a rabbi, a pastor, and an imam at a diner to discuss the central question: who is God? Each faith leader offers a unique perspective. Christianity views God as the almighty creator and personal guide. Judaism sees God as a concept to be wrestled with, not a requirement for faith. Islam describes God as both the ultimate force of nature and an intimately personal presence. They agree that God is often experienced through justice, service, and love. The discussion also touches on young people identifying as spiritual but not religious, emphasizing the need for personal exploration and questioning as part of faith. Exploring Hinduism in India. Freeman travels to India, where Hindus worship millions of gods. He learns that while Hinduism appears polytheistic, It ultimately recognizes a single divine energy called Brahman. Rituals and deities serve as pathways for individuals to connect with this ultimate reality. Ancient worship at Stonehenge. Freeman visits Stonehenge, where early civilizations may have worshipped the sun as a singular, life-giving force. He investigates how ancient cultures transitioned from worshipping multiple gods to focusing on one. Monotheism in Egypt. Freeman explores the story of Pharaoh Akhenaten, who attempted to replace Egypt's many gods with the worship of a single sun god, Aten. However, this radical change was rejected after his death, demonstrating the challenge of shifting deeply ingrained religious traditions. The rise of one god in Judaism. Freeman then visits Jerusalem, the birthplace of monotheism, where Abraham is believed to have introduced the idea of one God. He learns how Judaism, Christianity, and Islam all stem from this belief in a singular, invisible deity. Islam's perspective on God. In Cairo, Freeman discovers how Islam views God as beyond human comprehension. He witnesses the call to prayer and learns how Muslims connect with God through beauty, prayer, and devotion. Navajo spirituality. Freeman travels to the Navajo Nation, where he observes a sacred ceremony in which a young girl embodies the spirit of changing woman, a deity connected to nature. This highlights a different approach, experiencing God as part of oneself. The science of religious experience. In Philadelphia, Freeman participates in a neuroscience experiment to examine brain activity during meditation and prayer. The results show that spiritual experiences create real, measurable changes in the brain, reinforcing the idea that God is a deeply personal and transformative presence. Conclusion: the God within. Freeman ends his journey at a Christian megachurch in Houston, where worshippers experience God as a personal force guiding their lives. The documentary concludes with a powerful reflection. The journey reveals that while different cultures and religions have distinct understandings of God, the divine is deeply embedded in human experience, whether through worship, nature, service, or inner transformation. Ultimately, the question, who is God, may be answered in the way we live, love, and seek meaning in our lives.